Cornwall, an awe-inspiring canvas of natural beauty.
It is, I think, the best part of the British Isles. It's absolutely stunning. I'll stay here forever.
It's like being on holiday every day. It's because it doesn't feel real.
But it's the people and communities that really give this county its endearing qualities.
I'm Cornish, not English. That's the way it goes with me, I'm afraid.
Just love living here so much, and it means so much to me. And it's awesome, isn't it? Look at it all.
I'm Caroline Quentin, and I'm proud to have family roots in this beautiful part of the British Isles. This summer, I'm heading back to join the throng of tourists and meet the local folk.
Lovely to meet you, Taylor.
Welcome to St Michael's.
Thank you, darling. I'm so pleased to be here because I've looked at postcards of this all my life.
As I explore this enchanting county. It'll take your breath away. So come with me as I head west on my Cornish adventure.
Tasting wine at 9:30. A lot of people are still commuting. They're still on the tube, aren't they, going to London?
Good hell, Cornwall.
You know, lovely sunny day like today. Get out in the water, peace and quiet. Beautiful, priceless.
There's so much I want you to see. Come on.
Welcome to Cerno. That's Cornwall in the Cornish language. 1% of the Cornish people still speak the Cornish language. Very few people understand it. So I thought I might be able to ingratiate myself if I learnt a little and could speak to them. So I thought I might say something like, thank you for your kind hospitality, thank you for looking after me so lovingly, with such affection. Let's have a look. Muraz a Cerno agaz carenza have glagio we rei disquideth dimbura domda haclavenzons. Oh, I think that makes me qualify as a Cornish woman now, wouldn't you say? You'll be pretty impressed with that.
Well, as their exciting summer draws to a close, I'm sure the villagers of St Issy would welcome me. Coming up, it's an anxious wait for Brenda and her team as they hope to bring home some gold.
The day is young. Just wait and see.
And elsewhere, some more familiar faces are marking the end of the season.
The Round Island swim.
Yeah.
You're doing it?
Oh, yes. I mean, you get a reward as you get out. You get a swig of rum from the bottle.
I'd want a bottle of rum before I got in.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
This summer, the North Cornish village of St Issy has been transformed in more ways than one. Not only has community spirit been reignited, but thanks to characters like pensioner Brenda and pub landlord Chris, the residents have grafted hard to enter themselves into a regional village competition. The villagers are still anxiously awaiting the results, but today there's the perfect distraction and a chance to celebrate their efforts at the annual Village Fun Day. The pub is always at the centre of the action here, so with true Cornish logic and the help of Chris's son Matt, it's going mobile to the masses in a horse box. Only in Cornwall.
We moved back to St Issy 5 years ago. Basically had enough of London. That's when Dad took over the Ring of Bells. It's just a great place for kids to grow up. And I think sometimes you do take it for granted. You don't take advantage of what is around you. It's only when you actually, like yesterday, you sat down the beach. All right, it was raining, but...
As the village green fills up, Chris is ready to serve the masses.
Funny how the pub's always the centre, isn't it?
Nothing captures village spirit better than a fun day. And here, everybody is having their fair share. From kids to parents. But it's the village veterans who are having the biggest laugh and letting their hair down with, wait for it, mobility scooter time trials. Canon Julia and the rest of the competitors are taking this all very seriously.
Can I cope with this? These pre-race nerves. There's the start. Slalom through there. Right. Round the bit that's cut out round there. Back down the straight to the finish. But I've only got a little scooter, and the others have got big scooters. So perhaps there'll be a handicap system.
Reverend Julia, she's going round here somewhere, but I'm hoping the battery's going down. So I haven't used my battery, so...
I haven't seen anybody going around the village practising, but you never know. Probably dead at night they were there.
She's got a helper on her side from above, so that should be enough. I'm going to have a point now, and that should help me through it, I think. And I won't drive it home.
As the audience take their seats, the competitors line up trackside. Who can complete a lap in the fastest time? No, not Julia. The prize goes to her arch rival, Tish.
It was your battery, you was going round too much.
Oh, yeah. Poor old John had what he called wheels spin, I gather. It's been a super day.
It's been an action-packed summer for the villagers.
Well, it was good. It was good. Enjoyed that, yeah. Next year we'll have a bigger track, I think.
There's just one more event in the busy village diary. The much-anticipated award ceremony for the In Bloom contest. We'll find out those all-important results later. On the south coast, summer shows no signs of fading at Trelone campsite, and Debs has begun the morning drill.
Animal feeding time! As soon as that bell rings, they come from nowhere.
Life at this campsite is a communal affair, and Debs likes to involve all the children in the chores. Not much of a hardship, though, is it?
Pied Piper is what they call me. Let's see if they've laid us any eggs this morning, shall we? Wow, good girl, well done.
Debs needs all the help she can get this morning because she's got the village's end-of-season celebration to attend, the annual cricket match. She's entered an all-girls team. Well, sort of.
Oh, my goodness. I've just thought, who's that woman? It's Rido, dressed as a woman. Thank you, my boy.
6 local teams have come together for one last jolly. But Debs' infamous competitive spirit can't be suppressed.
My 2 women are going on first, Nancy and Rido.
Sorry, let's adjust the gears here.
Oh, Rido! Here we go. Rido's out. What's he playing at?
But it's not a good start. With her star player out, it's up to Debs to get the scoreboard moving.
Go, 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 go!
A good effort, but is it enough?
Way! Well done! Well done, girls! Come on, Kate!
So the total is 48.
World standard require 49 to win.
We're going to win this easy.
Oh, I thought this was supposed to be a friendly. Debs' team seem to be pulling it back. I think.
1 ball left. If they hit 6, then it's a tie.
Then rain stops play. Time for a team pep talk. Or, skip that, a pint instead.
For the final, I'm the first bowler on, and I should be bowling dead straight on 6 pints of Doombo.
Bowled over by the festivities, it's game on again.
Wow! We need 48 to win.
Ooh, ouch. Is that slippery grass or Cornish ale?
Let's dive.
Sticks off the last ball! They beat us by 6 runs, so that was a really good game. Well played, well played. It was a brilliant day today. Really, really good. Friendly. Thank you.
This is why I love it here, the community. And it's all about having fun and having a drink at the end of the day.
Debs has had a fantastic innings this summer. Working and playing hard, she's shown the true Cornish spirit that I really admire. I take my hat off to her.
They say the Atlantic is at its warmest at the end of the summer. They also say a seaweed wrap is good for the skin and a swim is good for the soul. I could test out all these theories for you, but I'm not going to. No, I'm going to have a pasty.
I'm not just eating my way around the county, you know. I've also managed to tour some of Cornwall's most beautiful villages and landmarks. And one of my favourites has been here, St Michael's Mount, where I was given the insider's tour of this majestic place by Customer Services Liaison Manager Pete Hamilton.
Oh, what a view! Oh, Pete!
300 residents once lived on this little island, but now that figure has dwindled to a close-knit community of just 30. Pete is one of the privileged few to spend a lot of time here. It's where his mother-in-law lives too.
So you've known this place all your life?
I've been able to see it from my bedroom window for as long as I can remember, yeah.
Is it odd now to be here?
Yeah, it is kind of surreal. I know that I always had a sort of affinity with the mountain. You definitely get drawn to it. If ever you go away on holiday, it's not until you see St Michael's Mount on your journey home that you feel like you're home, you know? So now to be part of the community here on the island and to have been lucky enough to get married in the church at the top.
How does stuff come, like, you know, shopping and, I don't know, washing powder, things like that?
Yeah.
How does that get over here?
There's an underground tram system.
OK.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was built by tin miners around the Victorian times.
The Victorians, weren't they absolutely awesome?
That's right. And it's still used today. It'll be used several times today.
Do you ever feel claustrophobic by life on the island?
No, the opposite. It's because it's so isolated a lot of the time, and you know, there's literally no one here other than the people that live on the island or are staying on the island. There's plenty of space. Some people have worked here, and on their first day, the tides come in, and all of a sudden on an island, and that's it. They got panicky and didn't like it and had to get off.
They freak out.
Freak out, yeah. Before I started.
Do you think it's
working here.
given you a sense of security and purpose, perhaps, that you didn't
I've
have
got
when you were...
direction. I've got pride in what I do for the first time.
I can tell that.
I just, you know, I love being here. I love my job, and I'll bore anyone who's prepared to listen about it. You know, I just love it.
Do you find it spiritual as a place to be?
Not in the religious sense, but certainly in the inner self sense. Yeah,
It's made you
very
happy,
spiritual.
isn't it?
It's turned my life around, yeah. I'm not leaving. They've got to crowbar me out now. I'm staying. Come forward, folks.
During the average summer, Pete works his socks off, entertaining 250,000 visitors to the Mount. But as the season draws to a close, there's an annual tradition that takes place exclusively for the islanders.
The Round Island Swim.
Yeah.
What's your record?
43 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. My brother-in-law actually has the record. He did it in 20-something.
No.
Yeah.
What, is he superhuman?
He trained by swimming across the harbour and back and forth with buckets tied to his feet.
What a blow.
Yeah, it's just over a mile. It's about 1.1 miles.
You're doing it?
Oh, yes. And so are you.
Do you know, I'd probably drown, but I'd drown happy.
Yeah, it's good fun.
I think.
And if you do make it, Lord St Leven is generally at the end of the quay with a bottle of rum, and you get a reward as you get out. You get a swig of rum from the bottle.
I'd want a bottle of rum before I got in.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Pete can think again if he's under the impression I'll be getting involved. But I wish him luck. He's gonna need it. At the end of a busy year of digging, pruning and weeding, the villagers of St Issy have finally downed tools and are hoping for a stroke of their own luck. Having entered their village into a county-wide Cornwall in Bloom contest, Brenda and her team have made it through to the South West in Bloom Awards, here in Newquay. The who's who of the horticultural world is in residence, and Brenda and her neighbours Stephanie and Marjorie are rubbing shoulders with them.
The competition is very, very high, and the group that St Issy are in, they're up against some stiff and tough competition.
But they are first-time entrants, and there are nearly 50 other hopeful towns and villages, so expectations are modest.
We've got to accept that we are only beginners, and I think that the people in the village realise that, so they're not expecting great things from us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my hometown of Newquay. God bless you all, and God save the Queen.
Yes, indeed. With formalities out of the way, the awards begin, and there's no mention of St Issy.
If I'm absolutely honest, a couple of times I've thought, we've done better than that. The day is young. Just wait and see.
As the guests reconvene, the finalists for the next award are called to the stage.
Our winner for 2011 is Saint Izzy.
Yes, they've done it!
Fantastic!
And the good news doesn't stop there.
And the winner is St. Izzy in blue.
5 awards, yes, 5 awards later, Brenda is gobsmacked.
Fantastic. Really, really fantastic. It was like going to the Oscars. The Oscars, wasn't it? Yes. I feel like Helen Mirren without the posh rock.
With the swag in her bag, there's just one job left to do. Fittingly back in the pub where the story began.
Hi, everybody. Been quite a day. And we got gold. Then there was another award for exceptional community effort, and the children at the school won it for their garden.
Incredible, and we've done it together. You know, everybody's put their bit in, so it's a huge community super glue.
Really, really good. It just proves that, you know, with the village community working together as they've done, it shows it in what we've come up with.
It's like Christmas Day, all in one. You know, absolutely brilliant.
For a village that had lost its community spirit, this is an incredible achievement. What a fitting end to a brilliant summer here in Cornwall. Over the summer months, St Michael's Mount has transformed from an intimate island community into a bustling tourist attraction. But it's the end of the peak season, and things become a little calmer for Pete Hamilton and the 30 or so villagers that live and work here. The end of the summer is signalled by a very special occasion, and it's taking place today, with a difference.
Today's the day of the annual Round the Island swim. It's certainly something that's synonymous with the end of the season, and in the last sort of 5 or 6 years, it's become an actual annual event, and we've had an official timekeeper, and there's been a swig of rum for the swimmers as they get out at the other end and what have you. But unfortunately, due to the sea conditions, we're not actually going to be able to go right around the island today. It's too rough at the back. So the plan now is to have a swim from the island here towards Chapel Rock, and back again, which in terms of distance is about the same as around the island, but it means that we haven't got to swim over the dangerous rocks in big seas. So a little bit disappointed, but quietly relieved as well.
There are 9 brave souls taking the plunge in today's swim, an old tradition hailing from the St Aubyn family who have occupied this island for centuries. It's an occasion that brings the St Aubins and the villagers together, not least because of the tempting slug of rum that James St Aubyn is brandishing.
Swimming round the mount has a long tradition. I've been told that in the 1930s my father's generation had to do the swim before they were allowed out in a boat on their own. Whatever your motivation, I hope you enjoyed the experience, so the very best of luck to you all.
Good luck, folks. If I can get there and back in less than an hour, I'd be happy. 40 minutes is a target. Yeah, a little bit worried today, actually.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's not an easy swim by any stretch, which is why the RNLI have volunteered to be on hand. In just 22 minutes, the first man touches land. So Pete's not this year's winner. No. Nor is he second. Or third. And that's before he's even had any rum. So where does Pete come?
And finally, last but not least, of course, Peter Hamilton, brother Peter.
was a lovely afternoon, and we all had some fun, and there is handing out the rum. So I mean, it's a very good feeling.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys.
The healing properties of the rum are softening the blow of defeat. But Pete, you've smashed your personal best by 10 minutes.
We'll start from 9th, shall we? Peter Hamilton, 32 minutes.
I'm privileged to be able to do things like this, really. It's not everyone that can go to work and, as part of their working day, take part in an event such as this. It feels really good to be part of the island community. I wouldn't change a thing about my life. No. Let me think about that. No, I really wouldn't. I wouldn't change a thing. It's perfect as it is. Thank you very much. It's been a really good summer. And yeah, roll on the next one. Can't wait.
Until then, life will continue to ebb and flow on this little island, and Pete and his community can take a well-earned rest after an eventful summer.
I've had the most extraordinary time here in Cornwall, exploring the length and breadth of this beautiful county. I've met some amazing people and seen some really beautiful sights. But don't take it from me. Why don't you come here and see for yourself?